Hey everyone! Welcome to part 1 of the 4-part video series about 100 merger and acquisition terms. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss the next part. Maybe you're prepping for an interview, working on a deal, or just curious about all this merger and acquisition jargon. Well, today, we're breaking down 25 must-know M&A terms, but don't worry, I'll explain them like we're just chatting over coffee. No fancy finance speak here. 1. Synergy. Okay, synergy is that magical word everyone throws around in deals. Basically, it means when two companies combine, they can cut costs or make more money together than apart. Like when Disney bought Marvel, suddenly you've got Avengers in Disneyland, Marvel movies on Disney Plus, and a ton of new merch opportunities. That's synergy working its magic. 2. Due diligence. This is like when you stalk your date on social media before going out, but for companies. Before buying a business, you dig through everything: financials, contracts, lawsuits, you name it. I once saw a deal fall apart because the buyer found out the company's patented technology was actually just some guy's Excel spreadsheet. 3. Earn-out. Imagine selling your startup, but the buyer says, "I'll pay you extra if the company does well after I own it." That's an earn-out. It's like selling your car but getting bonus cash if the new owner wins races with it. Risky, but can pay off big. 4. Letter of intent, LOI. An LOI is basically saying, we're serious about this relationship, but let's not get married yet. It outlines the main deal terms but isn't legally binding. Kind of like when you agree to split the check on a first date, shows good faith but you're not locked in. 5. Confidentiality agreement, NDA. This is the M&A version of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Before sharing secrets, both sides sign an NDA. Break it, and you're in big trouble, like that time a banker accidentally left deal documents in a taxi. Not a good look. 6. EBITDA. Pronounced EBITDA. It's basically a company's profit before all the accounting magic happens. Investors love it because it shows how much cash a business really makes. Though some people joke it means earnings before I tricked the dumb auditor, but we didn't say that. 7. Leveraged buyout, LBO. This is when someone buys a company mostly with borrowed money, like putting 10% down on a house, but for businesses. The most famous? KKR buying RJR Nabisco in 1989 for $25 billion, which inspired the book, Barbarians at the Gate. Drama. 8. Breakup fee. This is the M&A version of paying for your date's Uber when you cancel last minute. If a buyer backs out, they pay this fee. When AT&T tried to buy T-Mobile in 2011 and failed, they paid a $4 billion breakup fee. Ouch. 9. Poison pill. Not actual poison, it's a trick companies use to avoid hostile takeovers. If someone tries to buy too much stock, the company floods the market with new shares to make the takeover crazy expensive. Netflix did this when Carl Icahn came knocking. 10. Golden parachute. These are the insane payouts CEOs get if they're fired after a sale. Like when Disney bought Fox and Fox's CEO got $40 million to leave. Must be nice to have that safety net, right? 11. White knight. This isn't a fairy tale. It's when a friendly company swoops in to save another from a hostile takeover. Picture this. Microsoft tries to buy Yahoo. Awkward, so Yahoo runs to Google saying, "Hey, want a date instead?" That's a white knight rescue. 12. Hostile takeover. Imagine someone showing up at your house with a moving truck saying, "I live here now." That's a hostile takeover, buying a company whether management likes it or not. Elon Musk's first Twitter offer? Totally hostile. The drama. 13. Drag-along rights. This is like when your big sibling says, "We're going to the mall, and you're coming too." Majority owners can force minority shareholders to sell. Useful when you don't want that one stubborn uncle ruining a $100 million deal. 14. Tag-along rights. The nice version of drag-along. If the big investors sell, little guys get to join the party. Like when your rich friend gets backstage passes and brings you along. Everybody wins. 15. Purchase price allocation. Fancy term for how we pretend this deal makes accounting sense. When Microsoft bought LinkedIn, they had to decide how much of that $26 billion was for the tech. The brand? The office snacks? Accountants love this puzzle. 16. Working capital adjustment. This is the M&A version of checking your Uber rating before accepting a ride. Before closing, buyers verify the company's short-term assets and liabilities. Find less cash than promised? That's money back in your pocket. 17. Material adverse change, MAC, the "oh hell no" clause. If the company gets hit by a meteor or pandemic, before closing, buyers can bail. Like when COVID made everyone rethink deals in 2020, turns out we don't want your empty movie theaters after all. 18. Fairness opinion. This is when bankers get paid $5 million to say, yep, this price seems legit. It's basically a receipt that says, no, really, we didn't totally screw our shareholders. 19. Stalking horse bid. In bankruptcy sales, this is the first serious offer that sets the floor. Like when a thrift store puts a $100 price tag on a used couch, now everyone knows not to offer $20 and should offer more than $100. Smart, right? 20. Roll-up strategy. PE firms love this. It's like playing Monopoly but with real businesses. Buy 10 small pest control companies, combine them, and suddenly you're Bugzilla Inc. with way better pricing power. Quick break. Which of these have you actually heard in real life? Comment below. Now, let's do 5 more rapid-fire style. 21. Toehold acquisition. Buying just 5–10% of a company to get your foot in the door. Like buying one slice of pizza to see if you want the whole pie later. 22. Bear hug letter. When an acquirer writes, "We'll buy you for $X," but adds, "or else we'll go hostile." It's like proposing marriage by saying, "Marry me or I'll tell everyone we're already engaged." 23. Bust-up fee. The opposite of a breakup fee, paid if the seller backs out. Like when you cancel your wedding and have to return the engagement ring. 24. Crown jewel defense. Selling your best asset to make yourself unattractive to buyers. Like if McDonald's sold the Big Mac recipe to avoid being acquired. Drastic but effective. 25. Deal fatigue. When negotiations drag on so long everyone just wants it to end. Ever been stuck planning a group vacation where no one can agree? Now imagine that with billions at stake. Phew. That was a lot, but now you've got 25M and a terms in your back pocket. The next time someone drops material adverse clause or stalking horse bid in a meeting, you can nod along like you've known this stuff forever. Which term surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with anyone who might need this M&A cheat sheet. I'll see you in the next video where we'll tackle another 25 M&A terms. Until then, happy deal making.